Hello, ladies and germs, and welcome back to NCAA 2004 in the Houston Cougars Dynasty mode. And we're continuing on with some more conference play against an opponent who we are really looking to grab a win against. Okay, we are 1-3 following our out-of-conference schedule, which is pretty difficult. We had two Power 5, Power 6 opponents on our out-of-conference schedule in Michigan and Mississippi State. Almost beat Mississippi State, but just kind of fumbled that one away. Or maybe a game that you should have won, who knows. We're not going to dwell on the past because we are approaching now our conference schedule, the brunt of our conference schedule here, and it starts with a winless Eastern Carolina Pirates football squad. So ECU has been, they've had some decent years here, but now are firmly kind of going into a rebuild, and so we are kind of at the front of this here, watching this rebuild for ECU as we travel all the way to North Carolina to play this game. So, what are the expectations for conference play as we open up our conference schedule? Well, I mean, I don't know. I don't want to set the sights too high, but I've definitely seen some aspects from our team and our out-of-conference schedule that implies that there might be some more winnable games on the schedule than we maybe originally first thought. I think when I first went through in episode 1, I was only really pinning us like 2 or 3 games that were like definitive we should win. And already that's kind of been thrown in flux a little bit here, as there was 2 or potentially 3 games out of conference that we could have won, but we only walked away with 1 win. So seeing what kind of games Jimbo Lewis can kind of finish out and win for us versus ones he can't, it's going to be interesting. And this is a game that I think we definitely should be able to finish out, but we will see how ECU stacks up against this Cougars team. And already it's 3rd and 6 here. ECU already across midfield in scoring range, but that pass is going to fall short of the line to gain, so that's going to be a decision needing to be made here for ECU, and they're going to keep the offense on the field here. So it's going to be a handoff to the fullback, and the fullback is going to get dragged across the line to gain, and that is going to continue ECU's drive. So already an early risk here. I believe they're in their first season with a new coach in real life. In real life, this would be their first season with a brand new coach, and they would go 1-11 in real life, and they're on pace for that in this game as well. I don't think it'll happen, but just something to point out here. So ECU's going to go with the ground game to the running back number 33, the senior, who's having a decent year, averaging over 5 yards, 5.5 yards a carry. And we're seeing exactly how, man. He's getting some good protection up front, gets another first down for the Pirates offense, and ECU's just slowly matriculating the ball down the field here and really chipping away time off this clock and moving the ball down here, tiring out our defense. But now it's 3rd and goal, our defense trying to get off the field, and it's a direct snap to 33, and he's just going to run it right up the gut here and get touchdown number 4 on the season. A brilliant play call by the Pirates, man. We were just not prepared for it at all. No one was ready for 33 to get the ball in that direct snap, and it pays off. It really does pay off. So that's how the first quarter comes to a close. ECU holding on to a 7-0 lead here, and maybe we'll get some time here. But ECU back on offense on a 3rd down. Number 4 back to pass. Pressure is on, and it gets home as he's going to get sacked, and that just might take ECU out of field goal range. I don't think they'll be able to attempt it. I don't think they will. They're going to punt it away. So we have a 2nd and 19 now close to midfield. 16 steps up in the pocket and unloads deep downfield. That ball's tipped and caught by number 2, and now number 2 with a step towards the end zone. He's going to dive for the touchdown, and that is going to be the first Houston touchdown of the day here, and that's touchdown number 3 for number 2, who had a big day in the previous video with an injury to number 8, who I believe is okay and is in this game. But that ball tipped and somehow caught, man. So, wow, just crazy stuff there. Crazy stuff, crazy athleticism, and just focus on the football. So that's a good play. It's a great play. So we tie things up at 7, and now we're back on offense here, again on our own end, but 16 with the deep shots to number 2. Threads the needle, man, in double coverage, but somehow finds the window for number 2, and he hauls that one in here to get inside the ECU 40. And now we are in business, ladies and germs. We are definitely operating and in business here. So with plenty of time still left in the second quarter, but it's 3rd and 9. ECU's defense giving us some trouble. 16 clean pocket releases downfield, and he finds number 8, and he's got to step towards the end zone. And again, it just multiple guys in coverage, but just getting the ball exactly where it needs to be. We've seen some great throws and great plays from 16, and this is one of the better ones, man. He's had nothing but great dimes in this game. Look at 3 Pirates in the vicinity, and somehow number 8 is the one who comes down with it. So we're going to take the lead here, 14-7 over the Pirates after just 1/2 of play here in Greenville. ECU's in Greenville, right? Greenville, North Carolina, not South Carolina. Greenville, North Carolina. Anyway, now 3rd and 10 here, heading the other way in the second half, and 16 dumps it off quickly here. A bit of a check down to the tight end, and he's going to get brought down shy of the line to gain. Might be a bit of a decision for Jimbo Lewis here if he wants to keep the offense on the field, try to go for it on 4th down. I think the field goal might be a little bit too long for our kicker, so Jimbo is going to keep the offense on the field. Goes to the fullback dive, And we do get the first down, but it's going to be fumbled. The number 35 is going to fumble the football, and ECU is going to come up with it. So 35 has been very effective for us in these short yardage situations, especially by the goal line. Comes up with a big mistake here as he fumbles the football, and now ECU with an opportunity as the third quarter comes to a close. Nothing else would happen here. So offenses are starting to kind of stifle here in the second half. But ECU with a chance here under 3 minutes now in scoring position. They're going to have to 33, and he's going to fumble the football, and now we are going to land on top of it. Or actually, no, ECU is going to retain possession, but we have an injury to our outside linebacker, man, and it's a significant injury, I believe. So I couldn't remember exactly why I included that play, but I think it's because of that injury. It's very significant. But getting down to close to the 2-minute warning, ECU now still with an opportunity on offense, and that ball sails into the grass here. It's tipped around by our linebackers, and so that's going to be another decision to make for ECU, but they're obviously going to keep the offense on the field. And yeah, there it is, man. He's injured for the season. So it's not like he was a huge player or anything for this defense, but we don't have a lot of depth anyway. Like, we already are not very deep on this team at all. So losing one of our starting linebackers for the rest of the season is going to be a huge blow on defense. But our defense still shows up strong here on a fourth down attempt, and we stop that play dead in its tracks and get a turnover on downs. Man, that is crucial. So a couple first downs or so will win us the game here. Number 6 understands the assignment, gets a first down, and gets across the 50, and now ECU going to have to start burning some timeouts. This game has just been a defensive slugfest back and forth with the Pirates. So down to about a minute here, ECU's been burning timeouts. They're trying to save one, but number 6 gets the game-sealing first down that we need, and that should be enough here. We should be able to kneel this one out as ECU blows their final timeout here, and we're just going to ride this one into the sunset here. 14-7, man. They don't ask how, they ask how many. It doesn't need to be pretty. And honestly, I don't think it was that bad of a game here. I think our team did exactly what it needed to do in certain spots to win us this game here. Our defense showed up exactly when it needed to, and our offense did just enough to win. I don't think you can be really mad about games like that. And if that's the kind of games that we're going to start winning through our conference schedule, we should have a pretty good year in conference. You know what I mean? Like this is a game that you had to win, and if this is how you find ways to win that kind of game, then whatever. So be it, man. Holding ECU to less than 200 yards of total offense, I mean, that is just crazy stuff, man. That is incredible stuff. And look at the efficiency on number 16. We're going to see his full stat line, but you could already see in the passing breakdown, man, just an incredibly efficient game from him. So hopefully that's a sign of things to come with him. And I'd love to see him get a lot more efficient in conference because we didn't really see a whole lot from number 4 here, who's not having the best of seasons. He didn't even turn over the ball much for ECU at all, man. The fumbles were a big thing here, but number 16 is really the talk of the town here. 81% completion percentage in this game, and you love to see it. Didn't run the ball all that effectively, though, which is still a concern. We have a problem of getting the run game really involved so far in our offense, which is probably the reason why we didn't score as much in this game. So that's the thing to probably monitor heading forward here because, again, I still think our coaching strategy is heavily lenient on the run game, which is not that good. So, if our quarterback is playing really well and we're not even tasking him to throw that much, we're going to have to maybe flip something up here and address the coordinator. So, but we are down south in the Superdome now, continuing our road trip down to Tulane, or rather New Orleans, Tulane University in New Orleans, right? And we were playing the Green Wave, who are coming off a pretty decent season here, winning 8 or 9 games here and grabbing a Hawaii Bowl victory last year. But taking a look across the roster here, this is not a Tulane team that strikes a lot of fear. They have some good pieces, just like we have a good piece or two around the roster. But overall, they stack up about as well as we do. So, and they're not all that great heading into this game here. This could be another potential winnable game here, but I would expect Tulane to probably walk away with it. So the 2-week road trip is kind of difficult, especially because it's a far trip, man, all the way to North Carolina and all the way back down to Louisiana. It's not easy, so we're going to see what we can do here against the Green Wave as we're deep in our own end to start the game. And 16 wants a deep shot early to start this one off, and why not, man? If you got guys like that downfield, go for it, man. Just take that shot, and it's good, man. It's a good catch in this empty Superdome. It's just, I always love how they include that detail. It's awesome, dude. But anyway, it's 3rd and 6 now. Tulane's defense is showing strong here, but we are showing strong on the run game here, something I was just talking about. Number 6 finally getting involved here. And there you see on the screen, I haven't mentioned any stats with him because he hasn't scored, he hasn't touched the end zone yet, but he's got over 300 yards on the year. Just has not really been clicking all that well. And here he is again, man, getting loose here, number 6, getting a first down for us and continuing this drive. So I mentioned in the previous game, not video, but the previous game, just a second ago, that our fullback was really good in the short yardage situations, but now we're seeing number 6 get involved in that area. But now here's 35 getting into the end zone, and he's the only guy who's got rushing touchdowns on the season, by the way. He's the only guy on our team who has him. He's got 2. Now that is his 3rd. And that's the only place we've been getting rushing production, at least as far as touchdowns go, on our team. But Tulane now going to try and answer back. That ball's tipped around. It's somehow caught. And now out in open space here across the 50. He's going to get pushed out of bounds. And that was a crazy, incredible play. And Tulane's going to suffer an injury here. Number 80 is going to get hurt on this play. And that's going to sideline him here for a little bit here. I don't think he's all right. I think Tulane's going to have to move down the depth chart here and bring out another guy. So, but now continuing close to midfield. Moving around in the pocket here is number 7 for Tulane. He finds an open target. And it looks like it might have been a fullback who gets the pass here, and he's going to get a first down for the Green Wave. And number 7 for Tulane, their quarterback, he's a senior. He's having a decent year, man. Over 1,000 yards, 10 touchdowns, and just 3 picks. And so we're seeing that efficiency. And he's moving in the pocket, man. That presence is there. He's got that awareness, man. So I don't know if that has any sort of longevity as far as playing on Sundays goes, but he certainly looks like a formidable actual prospect here in this Conference USA game. So I'll give him his flowers here because he's looking decent. But the first quarter comes to a close here as the one-win Tulane tries their damnedest to get down the field here in the first half. But we have a 3rd and inches now coming out immediately in the second quarter. Running back breaks off the first tackle, breaks off another one. He's going to get brought down in the end zone for a touchdown. We have another injury here. I don't think we can handle another injury to an outside linebacker. We've already lost our right side, and now this is our left side linebacker getting injured on the play. And this game is quickly turning into a clinic here as we were tied up at 7 apiece. And on 3rd down, close to midfield, number 16, running the option play. And I've said it before. I think I said it in the last video, man. It's weird that we run the option with number 16, man. He's just not athletic enough for that kind of play. It's worked out for us up to this point, but a play like this was inevitable. So we turn the ball over here around midfield. Tulane with a good opportunity here. It's decent field position. And now the running backs are getting loose here. He spins out of bounds like an idiot. But either way, I'm going to give it to him. He's having a decent year. He's doing okay here. He's doing okay. He's not anyone overall here, and he's been not really all that involved in Tulane's offense. Their backups actually had more production. It's kind of weird how Tulane's been running their offense here, but they have a 91 overall running back who's just like not doing much. And it's number 26 who you just saw, and he's doing something in this game, but in general, he's just not doing all that much. So very interesting. But Tulane's passing game is definitely working. It's working a little bit here as they're getting close, but it's a 2nd and 1. We're going to try and pick up the rest here. Maybe get into the end zone, takes a shot, and 3 Cougars in the vicinity, and somehow, some way, a Tulane receiver comes down with it. I have no idea how. Number 25 gets his 2nd touchdown of the season. Somehow, it just evades the pressure. So Tulane with a touchdown lead here. Now late in the first half, they have a chance again. Pressure gets to the quarterback, but just cannot get the contact on him. And now there's a flag, and they're going to say that was roughing the passer. They're going to say that we got there a little bit too late, man. I don't know about that one, man. I don't know about that. That is a costly penalty here, and Jimbo is rightfully upset about it. I don't know if I totally agree with that call, but either way, man, under a minute left to go. Now we've given Tulane perfect field position as number 7 takes the snap. Quick release across the middle here, and that's number 8 for Tulane who gets the catch here. He's a junior. And that is going to continue the drive for the Green Wave as time is now expiring under 35 seconds, just taking away 1st and 10, though. However, getting close to the red zone or inside the red zone. Number 7, again, quick release, and he throws a pick, throws an interception, finally makes a mistake here. He keeps trying to do that bing, bang, boom, just tic-tac-toe type of playing, and finally it just does not work here. And that's the thing about running with tempo, man. Your offense isn't necessarily set either. So you just need one player out there in the secondary to be aware, and in this time it was our middle linebacker. So a huge opportunity for us here. We end Tulane's chances in the second half, and now the turnovers are starting to come in flurries as number 7 just airmails a football downfield, just oversails his man, and that's going to be another interception, and we got this one heading the other way again. So now it's 3rd and 2 here for our offense, trying to get to the line to gain, and number 6 is tackled in the backfield, man. A great play from the Tulane defense to stop that rushing attack in its tracks. And so now we have an opportunity, or a chance rather, a decision to make here. Jimbo Lewis is going to have to make the call here. He's going to keep the offense on the field for a 4th and 1, playing aggressive here. Going to pitch it out to number 6. He's got at least enough of a block here to get the first down. Probably could have played that a little bit better. He's just slow, man. Is it me or is he just slow? He's built like a fullback. I don't know, man. He's just slow. I'm just not seeing it. There's not a lot of speed on this team. It's definitely something you guys know if you've watched my channel long enough that I love speed in these games. So that's definitely something that's going to have to get fixed. But number 16 takes a shot towards the end zone. It's number 2 coming down with it, man, getting another touchdown on the year. If my math is correct here, I think that's touchdown number 4 on the season, man. Good ups on him, man. Good play. We're seeing a lot from number 2, and I love that. I love to see him getting involved more in this offense and just seeing our receivers doing well because we don't have a great receiving core at all. So the third quarter comes to a close, and we're now finally tied up again at 14, but we have a chance here again on offense, getting across midfield. 16 floats one out down the sideline. It's going to get caught and in the end zone for a Houston touchdown, and that was a dangerous play. I don't know if 16 saw the safety over top coming down, collapsing on that route, but either way, it works because he mistimes his jump, and we are still able to get the ball to the receiver. That was a very precarious play here. Very dangerous, very precarious, but it works out for us, man. It works out in strides here, and we have another touchdown. We take the lead here 21-14, and now we're back on offense. A chance to kill time or put this one out of reach. And now number 6 finding some open space here, and he gets a first down. And there he is, over 400 yards on the year. Still looking for that first touchdown, man. Out of 101 touches, not one of them is for a touchdown run. So 2nd and 5 here for the Cougs offense. We hand off to number 6 again. He's running, bumbling, and stumbling, bringing guys with him, and I think that's a pretty generous tackle animation that should give us a first down here, and we're just continuing, man, to eat some clock, burn some time, and we're in a position where if we could just kick a field goal, we'll be up by 2 scores, and Tulane might just be fully out of it, man. But number 16 back to pass, going to take a shot towards the end zone, and that pass is caught for a touchdown. And I think it's number 8 who just vanished into nothingness. So he just vanished into the wall. But now we are up 2 scores on Tulane. Only 2 minutes left. This game is essentially over here, but Tulane is still going to try the green wave, doing what they can. Number 7 finds number 8 across the middle, and he got close to the line to gain. They're going to say that he got it, so we'll roll with it. Kind of a generous spot for the green wave, but time will stop while they set the ball here. But it's 1st and 10. Now everyone's back ready here. Number 7 get a quick release yet again. That pass is caught. Now to number 9, I think. I think it's number 9. The senior for Tulane, who's got the most touchdowns by far on this offense. We haven't seen a whole lot from him at all in this game. But now getting down to 2 minutes, it's another first down for Tulane. They are moving efficiently, man. They could score pretty quickly and make this one interesting for sure. Number 7, back to pass here. Clean pocket once again, moves around, finds a wide open number 9 in the end zone for touchdown number 8 on the year, and there it is, man. So now just a minute 50 left, man. I thought, not you, I thought that the game was effectively over, but Tulane now has made this interesting, especially if they can stop us on offense here. They're probably going to go for the onside kick here, try and get it. And I would imagine that might stop it, but here it is, man. The onside kick attempt, Tulane might be able to get on top of it. We'll see here. And there it is. Boom. Perfect coverage on the onside kick. You love to see it, man. It's a big D lineman, I believe, getting on top of it. And so now we have the ball in great field position here. All we really need to do is just protect the football, get a first down or 2, and we will be okay. And on 1st and 10 here, and they're going to say it's a clipping call. They're going to say it's clipping. That was just about what we needed, man. It would have been 2nd and 3. We probably would have been able to at least get the first down, but now it's going to be 1st and a whole lot back. We're going to back this thing up here. And now on 3rd and 17, now we're trying to move the football and get a first down. We got to throw for it, and 16's going to get sacked, man. He's going to get sacked on our side of the field, man. So this drive completely implodes, and now Tulane is in perfect position. They call the timeout, and there's still time on the clock, man. They have time to operate. But now under 42 seconds, they've gotten the ball back up to midfield. Number 7 takes the snap. Quick release downfield. 2 open Tulane receivers. They both tried to go for the pass, but either way, as long as one of them comes down with it, I'm sure they don't care. And now it's 25 making the catch. They're going to get back up to the line of scrimmage. The clock is stopping, but the ref has set it. So now we're rolling here. 35 seconds. Tulane. Number 7 gets the spike down. He's going to clock it here at 33 seconds. So there is still time here, but they have to score. They cannot get a field goal. They still have a bit of a ways to go here from the Houston 28. Number 7 across the middle, and it's wide open, and it's caught again for a first down, man. Our defense is completely selling right now. We are completely folding right now. And now it's going to be a 1st and 10. Again, heading back up to the line of scrimmage here. The ball is set, and number 7 is just going to clock it once again. Has plenty of time to run another play, but Tulane's going to take their time here, take all the entirety of the play clock to figure out what they're doing here. So 26 seconds left to go in 2nd and 10 here. He's going to take a quick check down to number 8, and he's going to be able to spin around and at least get close to the line of game, but he's not going to get there. So the clock is not stopping. Moving away here. 15 seconds. 3rd and 5. Got to get back up to the line, man. Got to get it set. 12 seconds, and number 7's going to clock it again. So they're just going to roll with it on 4th down. They're not going to try and go for 2 more plays. They're just going to put everything on 4th down. So here it is, man. Last play of the game potentially here. If Tulane can, they can get the first down, not the touchdown, but they're going to go for it, man. Shot towards the end zone. It's going to get caught. He finds an open window, throws it exactly where the receiver needed to be. Not where he was, but where he needed to be. And 25 just levitates. You saw he just glided in thin air to get there. So now the game is tied up, man. On the last play of the game, Tulane manages to tie the game up 28 apiece. But on 3rd and 15, our defense is strong here in overtime. They have been really applying the pressure on the Green Wave offense, and that pass is sailed out of bounds. So that's going to bring up 4th down for Tulane, and now this is a very big decision here. It's 4th and 15. They're going to have to try for the field goal, man. They have no other options, but this is a long kick, man. You see that. Their kicker not doing well in the year. The kick is up, and yeah, man, no shot. Even in the dome, man, there's no shot that a Conference USA kicker is going to nail one from that far. So even with my sliders. So now we have an opportunity on offense, but it's 3rd and 9 for us now, and we have a throw across the middle, 16 finds 82. He's going to get injured on this play, so that's a big blow here because our tight end's one of our better skill position players on our offense, and now he's going to get injured, potentially what could be one of the last plays of this game. So we still have a 4th down, but it's a lot closer than Tulane's attempt, so we're going to put everything on number 7's leg here, see if he can nail this one through. It's still a bit of a chip shot, but still a little bit dangerous, and thankfully in the dome here, no elements, we should be able to nail it if we do, and now that is going to be the game-winning kick here. We're going to hang on and win this one 31-28. Man, that was dangerous. A scary game, but it's dangerous. Tulane drops to 1-5. And we now get back to 500. We're now 3-3 on the year. So I was kind of worried that we would, like plateau at 3 wins. Like that would be the max. And now we've already hit it. And we still have a brunt, like the majority of our conference schedule still to get through. So we have more difficult opponents. We still have to play TCU. We still have to play Southern Miss. We still have to play Louisville. I almost said Louisiana. We still have to play Louisville. We already played Louisiana. We still have to play Louisville. So we still have the worst of our schedule yet to come. And, a lot of those games are not guaranteed. We still have some easier ones. We have Memphis, who we also have to play, which should be a winnable game here. We also have Army to still play here. So you think, man, if you can grab those two and at least one more in one of those tougher games, it might be going bowling, man. I don't know. I don't want to say it, but you might be going bowling, man. It's a good place to be at 3 wins because you only need to grab another 3, and you did it so easily the first time, We still have a lot of games left to play to get up to 6. So I'm optimistic. I'm very optimistic. I don't know. I like what I've seen so far, man. We've played efficiently. Look at that, man. Has not had a game under 68% in this video. Like he was 81 in the last game and 68 in this game, man. That's good stuff to see from 16. Number 8 is healthy and had himself a class of a game, man. Just absolutely everywhere. So, yeah, I'm all smiles after this one, man. Jimbo Lewis and the staff are all smiles, man. A great 2 weeks for this team. And things are getting easier, man, as we play a 1-5 Memphis, man. They stack up a little bit worse than we do. They're 102nd now. We've cracked the top 100 at least at 85. And, Memphis is not one of those teams, man. And I think the next game in this video is TCU. So those should be your next 2, Memphis and TCU. Okay, I remember now. I'm getting better at remembering them. So hope to see you guys when we play the Tigers back at home.